everyone, welcome back to Mojo's Money. My name's Lacey, and today we're going to be doing our January budget. Yay! So here on Mojo's Money, I budget monthly, and I do a zero-based budget. What is that? Just if you are new here, also welcome new people. Don't forget, just as a little bit of housekeeping, on my financial goals video, I did my 700 subscriber giveaway. And I need you guys to go enter that for me, and I will be drawing for that soon, probably in next week's videos. So don't forget to go enter that. You still have a little while. Also, I had talked about changing my budget sheet, but I haven't done it yet. I am not exactly sure what I want to go on it, if we're being 100% honest, but this budget sheet, if these categories would work for you, this is available on my Etsy shop, and I'll link that down below. Okay, so let's talk about January. January is a little bit of a special month because this is the month that I budget in my Christmas bonus as well as a sick leave bonus that we get. So if we've accumulated so many hours of sick leave, like for instance, I have like 8 weeks or something saved up, like just absurd amounts of sick leave saved up, we can cash in a few of those days. We are allowed, I think I was allowed to cash in 3 days was what the maximum I could cash in, and so that's what I did. But I'm not exactly sure what that amount's going to be, so that might actually be in the February budget. Anyway, so we're working with a little bit more money than usual, okay? So just letting y'all know. So let's write January up here of 2024. I know I'm a few days behind on the budget. Quite a bit. We're like halfway through the month, but better late than never. I made the budget a long time ago. I just wanted to come share it with y'all, right? So we got pay one. I didn't get a raise. We don't get our raises until when we were hired. So I was hired in May because that made anyways, that was a year after I graduated, so I could break my old lease, move to my new job. So that's how that happened. Hired in May. May is when we get our raises. So let's see, pay two. We had our rollover from December, which was not a lot because Christmas is expensive, and the Christmas bonus. So let's just put bonus. And I think I'll put the sick leave bonus on February because I'm still not exactly sure how much it is, and it's halfway through this month. So let's just count this as our current income. My paychecks are $3,223.57. Both of them are the same because I am salaried. My rollover was not a lot. It was $5.94. The Christmas bonus was very generous. It was $3,890.77. Also, if you hear any weird noises, that's because Mr. Mojo's Money is vacuuming the house right now, and also Scout, the dog, he was scared of the vacuum, so he's in here under the bed somewhere in the room where I'm filming. Okay, so let's add these numbers up and see what our income is for January. Wow. So our income for January is $10,000, $10,343.85. So we are the stewards of some excellent money this month, and let's see how we're going to be spending it. So we had talked about how our mortgage had gone up. We are now at $1,500. This is the last month that this will be happening. They did an escrow readjustment, and next month will be $1,400. However, I went and shopped around for new house insurance, and I found some that was $1,200 less than what I'm paying for right now, and I also saved some money on my car insurance by bundling. So that's going to be a little bit funky, but we'll get through it, okay? Our housing for this month, the mortgage is still $1,500. It's not exactly that amount. I just round up to that amount, so I'm always paying a little bit extra. Our water bill, I'm budgeting $120. I don't think it'll actually be that much, but that's what we're budgeting. Electric, $120, just to make sure we have more than enough. The natural gas also is how we heat our house, and it's been very cold. Also today it's 12 degrees here. 12 degrees also, that feels like is -3. It is colder where I live in the southern United States than it is in Anchorage, Alaska today. Isn't that wild? Weather's wild. All right, natural gas, I'm budgeting $120, which is way more than I usually do, just because that's how we heat our home and that's how we heat our water, and we need warm stuff. Phone, we don't have to pay anything for a phone bill this month. We paid for 6 months in December, so we're good until June. For the internet, I don't think that they have gone up on that yet, so $122. Normally they go up in January or February because it's the first of the year and they raise all the rates, but that hasn't happened yet. For streaming, we're budgeting $36 for Hulu and Netflix, and then I also pay for our security system Blink cameras. Sometimes I put that in streaming, sometimes I put that in miscellaneous, but anyways. Okay, recycling is still at $33. I'm really surprised they haven't gone up on this. We'll see if they do this year. And then solar panels is what I put in the other category, and that is $136. So let's add this category up, $1,500 plus. Bills this month are $2,187. Lame. But we have enough to cover it, and that's what matters, right? All right, let's talk about our transportation. No car payments, car insurance. I'm still gonna budget for the old car insurance because I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen with when we transition to the other one. My current car insurance is $104, but my new one will only be $85, so that's pretty legit. For gas this month, we don't have a whole lot of trips out of town, so I'm only going to budget $110, and I should have some left over. Car maintenance, I do need an oil change. I hit 100,000 miles on the old car. Yay! I don't know if that's a way to celebrate, but it's made it a really long time, and honestly, it's in excellent shape. Like, the only thing it needs is a new back windshield wiper. $120 should cover an oil change and a windshield wiper. I'll have them check my battery too, just to make sure it's still good since it's been around a hot minute. And yeah, just doing those little preventative maintenance stills to save me boo-goodles of money in the long run. So our transportation this month, $104 plus $110 plus $120, where it's going to cost us $334. And let's talk about health insurance. They did go up on this a little bit. I'm in my budget, it's still for $307, but I believe the actual cost is going to be $314, so I need to modify that. Anyways, let's just go ahead and put it what it was so that it will all balance, and then I will adjust it later online. I use the EveryDollar app, the free version, to track my spending and to do my budget if you ever want to check that out. All right, so I don't think we have any doctor's visits planned, but we do have medications that we're planning to get, so let's put the $135 in that. And no bills right now, yay, which is very good. We got all done with all that in December, all of the doctor stuff, the 6-month checkup-y stuff. $307 plus $135. I don't have a primary care physician, and I should because I work in the medical field, and I know that that's very important. But I have not done that because we live in the middle of nowhere, and there's one primary care physician that I would trust, and they're not taking any new patients, so that super sucks. Anyways, all right, food. Let's talk about food. We're pretty honestly stocked up on food. Like, we've been getting food from my family, just like extras that they had bought on sale or whatever. We did our Sam's run, which is where we get meat for the month, and then separate it all into 1-pound chunks and put in the freezer. And we just did a little bit of inventory of some of the older stuff that we were like, meh, I don't know if we're going to use this, but it's still in date, and then took it to it's not a food pantry, it's called a blessing box. It's just like a little miniature little food pantry where you can take or give or whatever from the box as needed, that we have a few of those around town. And anyways, we're good on food. Honestly, if we didn't go grocery shopping for like 2 more weeks, we'd be excellent. So anyways, food, I'm going to budget $700 for groceries, although I don't think that we will need that much. And dining out, $350, and I think this is definitely overkill, and we will have a little bit of rollover. That's what I'm hoping, so that February we have abundance. We can continue with our savings, and that will be $1,050 in the food category. For pets, I think so. We do have to take our dog for his yearly shots this month, and that should be our only pet expense that's big. We do need to get dog food. That's going to be a little bit expensive because like dog food bags are like $60, but they're 30 or 40 pounds, and we have one dog, right? So it'll last several months. And I think we're going to change brands. We had him, he was on Diamond Naturals, which it's a pretty good dog food brand, but he didn't like the taste of it, so we had to put a topper on it. And then I also have him eat non-fat yogurt to keep him from having digestive issues. Anyways, he's a swole little doggo, but hopefully he will like the taste of a different food better. We're gonna get some probiotic food too, so that will help his digestive system. And I'm gonna budget $150 for pets this month, which is usually what I budget, although we're gonna put 100 of that for food and 50 for other, meaning if we need cat litter or what have you. And the veterinary costs of taking him to go get his shots will come out of our veterinary sinking fund, so we don't have to cash flow any of that, and we'll make this 150. I'm going to skip miscellaneous expenses for now and go back up here to giving. I'm budgeting $50 for gifts. We do have one friend with a birthday this month. I don't know if we're planning to get him anything or if we are just going to be, as we go around sometimes, I'm like, ooh, that's a good thing to stick back in the closet for gifts for the family, so that since sometimes I'll find stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to put this $50 for. And then also I'm putting $20 for charity, whatever we may find for that. Let's do $70 for giving. And let's go down here to personal self-care and clothing. I'm not going to put anything in those really, but I am going to be getting a haircut. Finally. I am for sure getting a haircut. I've been growing out the top of my hair since like last February. It's grown so much. It's grown like, I don't know, probably 7 inches. My hair grows a little bit slowly, so technically it probably should have grown more than that. But I had been getting undercuts. I had really short hair. I had short pixies. I would shave my hair all the time. And I'm growing out the bottom of my hair now too, and it looks like a bad overgrown undercut. And it needs some blending, and that's what I'm going to go for. So I think I'm going to put that in my fund money instead of having it be a separate category. But if y'all saw my Letterboxd challenge, I do have age for hair. So I'm going to start saving up for hair to be its own sinking fund. Anyways, let's talk about this. $300 for fund money for his and hers. Cover whatever odds and ends we want to do. So nothing in those. $600 for personal spending. Then, okay, let's go back down to miscellaneous. All that's left is our household goods, random miscellaneous things that come up throughout the month that's not covered in a different category. There will always be something. So we put $450.85 in this. And then to the most exciting category, right, for a budgeting channel is the savings category. So I am going to be restarting, fun announcement time, restarting my envelope challenge, yay, to keep building up my emergency fund. And I'm doing it a little different this year, but you guys will see that when I do that video, so stay tuned for that video. But that's what my emergency fund's going to be, but I don't have that separated out in the budget because I draw the envelope from a random number generator, so I'm not sure what that will be. So they all kind of go into one big sinking funds pot, right? So let's put that as our sinking funds, which is going to be $1,145. Yes. And then I do have game day, which is its normal $25. Actually, you know what? I already did game day and I bumped that up to 30. I guess I borrowed from something else. Anyways, for the purpose of this budget, when I made the budget, it was $25. So we're going to put game day at $25. Then, I do not have blanks for these, but because I got this Christmas bonus, fun announcement, I get to fully fund my cruise fund. Woo! So we will be fully repaid to ourselves for what we spent on the cruise. I'm so excited. The amount that will be is going to be, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and make 2 lines. We're going to put cruise fund. And then the other line that we're going to put is going to be remodel fund, because this was extra money that I had from the bonus that's going to those 2 items. These 2 are normal sinking funds, and our normal game day are from my normal paychecks. So cruise fund, $2,762. Yes. And that is the amount that it will take to fully fund my cruise fund. And that is going to be the most satisfying video. I'm so excited. Then our remodel fund. Yay! So next we're going to remodel our cat room. I don't know if you saw that financial goals video, but if you haven't, go watch it and enter my giveaway. But I talked about how I want to remodel the cat room in 2024. So that's happening, and the amount of money that I'm putting in there was what was left from the bonus after the cruise fund money, and that is $1,128, and that should be more than enough because it's going to be a pretty simple room. We're not doing anything too crazy. In fact, we already use a little bit of this money on flooring, and I will talk about that more in my upcoming cash stuffing video. So let's add up the savings, which is a huge amount this month. My favorite thing, $27.62 plus $11.28 plus $11.45 plus $25. So half of our income this month is going to savings. Wow, $5,060. That's awesome. All right, so now what we have to do is go through and add up all of our categories, talk about our expenses versus our income, and make sure it zeroes out. So let's start over here with bills. $2,187 plus transportation, $334, plus health, $442, plus food, $1,050, plus pets, $150, plus miscellaneous, $450, and there's where the 85 cents is going, plus giving is $70, plus personal $600, plus the savings we'll put 60 plus 5,000. All right, so our grand expense total is $10,343.85, and it does zero out. Yes, awesome. So income $10,343.85 minus our total of $10,343.85, and that does equal zero. Yes, it sure does. Awesome. So that's our zero-based budget. The reason why I do it this way is so all of my dollars have a job. I'm intentional about what I'm doing with my money, and I don't just be like, oh, well, I had this extra $5,000 that I was gonna use for savings, but I really just want to go buy this thing. Let me do it that anyway, and there'll still be a little bit left for saving. No, I gave it a job. That's what it's doing. It's going in the savings. And that's why I do it this way personally, because it works best for me. It's the best way that I found to be the master of my own dollars that are coming in. Everyone, I hope your January budgeting is going great. We're off to a good start for 2024. Everyone stay warm out there, and don't forget to have an excellent day. Bye, guys.